Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the Robot Damashii, or the Robot Spirits TALLGEESE 2. You'll notice there is no window on this package. This guy is a Bandai Collector Shop exclusive. Very cool packaging though, not monochromatic, so that's pretty nice. It's a really cool pose. I like that a lot. And then you can see some more poses on the back. This is more of a traditional packaging, even though it is for the collector's shop, and then there's no number there. So let's go ahead and pull him out and take a look at the figure. I'm gonna warn you right now, it's a very similar figure to the TALLGEESE 1. And that is not the fault of Bandai. You know, they have to make the figures based on the reference material. So that's all they could do. I don't normally leave him in the package before the review, but I forgot to take him out, so we're gonna have to go from scratch. And I've only looked at this guy for maybe 5 minutes prior to the review, but I think I can handle it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so as you'll notice right off the bat, it's almost the exact same mold as the TALLGEESE 1. So far from the feet up to the torso, it looks like it's pretty much the same thing. It looks like the arms are the same, except maybe there's a little bit of a difference here in the shoulders and in the head, which is accurate, but it's pretty darn similar, like really, really similar. So the head, almost the exact same thing, minus paint job and minus this really badass looking mohawk. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. Adding the blue throughout the body makes the figure look like, or the character look like a whole new character, but it's still the same thing. And the shoulder pads, pretty much the same shoulder pads with the exception of slightly different hinges right here. So he doesn't have any of the pearlescent white. All of the white on him is the standard kind of like Gundam white color. Then he's got the blue throughout. And there goes the cat knocking down the other TALLGEESE. Alright. So anyway, it's basically the exact same figure. You'll notice he still has these, and that's because he still has these. And if you haven't seen the TALLGEESE 1 review, please check that out, because I'm not going to go over every tiny little detail with this guy, just because, like I said, it's essentially the same figure as the TALLGEESE 1. And I'm going to do the same thing for the TALLGEESE 3, because just like these two, it's pretty much the same figure. So I'll point out specific differences, but he does still have just the same thruster packs back here that open up. Okay, same thruster packs, just different colors, as is pretty much par for the course for this guy. So we still have his shield. It still has basically the exact same sculpt, still has the beam saber handles in there, and it still connects to the shoulder. So we're going to put that on. This shield, not nearly as cool as the other one, simply because it's just a plain old blue shield. Let me grab the other TALLGEESE, even though the cat probably broke it, and then we can just do a quick comparison of the shields. Looks like he's not completely mangled, just pretty close. So this shield has that cool logo on it and a couple different shades of white. This one's simply plain old blue, so not quite as cool, but it definitely suits the character to have the blue shield, so I'm alright with that. It looks pretty nice. And now, what about the big gun, you ask? Does he have a big gun? He does have a big gun. And is it the same? Yes, it is the same. It's a different color, but it's the same gun. So there's not a whole lot really here to talk about, other than this is the exclusive version of TALLGEESE. The only thing that's a little bit loose, but I'm gonna bet that that's because the person that owned it before me made it that way, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. So he does have that. In this one, he has beam sabers to go with, although he only has the one, so I'm not sure. Let's check, because maybe the guy that sent it to me shafted me out of a beam saber, though I don't think so. I think he's only supposed to come with the one. Let's check. Never hurts to check. There's only room for one in the packaging, so I'm not too worried about it here. If I can get this out. Alright. So let's take a look. It only shows the one, but then again, the other one only shows the one also. So, I don't know. Whatever. I only have one, so there may be two, but I'm pretty sure there's only one. Alright, so we have this. It's basically the exact same figure so far. It has blue paint, or blue molded parts, which makes it look awesome. It has a new head, which makes it look awesome. The only difference for the head is that chin strap piece is connected, so that really restricts the articulation. The other head, two parts, you could spin the head even though that couldn't move. On this one, can't do it. So that's a bummer. It does have a little bit more play than the other one did in terms of that neck piece, but it's still pretty limited, so a little bit disappointing. I'll go ahead and do a height measurement, even though it's not too different, just shy of 6 inches again. Otherwise it's the same. Let's look at the hands, and the hands are a little bit different, which I appreciate. He's got the 2 fist hands on already. We have the style hands again, jazz hands right here, need those. Then of course we have the 2 gripping hands, same thing we saw before, good for the blaster or for the beam saber handle. We have the thumbs up beam saber handle hand. We have now an open hand that's kind of cupping, and then this open hand that's really cupping, and that is so you can do this cool pose. So all you do is swap the hands and set the gun on the floor and put the barrel of the gun in his palms. So I'll just show you how that looks without going through the whole process. Let's pop this off without breaking it. Fold this down to get it out of the way, and we'll fold it this way. Or we'll take it off, that's good too. So go ahead and collapse that. This hand, where'd it go? This hand goes over the barrel that fits like that, and then this hand goes on top of that hand, like, I don't know. Let's see, if that's his left hand, that's his right hand, it's gonna go something like that. And then there it is. That's how the hands cross. You can see there's kind of a cutout on that one, so that goes right over that one. And there you have it. That's how he holds the gun in that cool pose. So really that's the only major difference. He doesn't come with that one smaller gun, and he does have a little bit of a difference in the shoulders and a big difference in the head. Is it worth picking up? Absolutely. I think just on looks alone, it's leagues better than the TALLGEESE 1. I absolutely love the TALLGEESE 2, so I definitely recommend it, but it does cost a whole lot more than the TALLGEESE 1. So if you're not really a big fan of the blue over the solid white, then the solid white is the way to go. The blue does make it look like a whole new suit though. It gives it a whole different look, and I really like it. You know what, those shoulder hinges, they're not even any different. I don't know why I thought they were, but they're not. So even this is no different. So really the only difference is the alternate hands, the head, and the colors in terms of the main figure. That's it. So it's up to you really if you like the TALLGEESE 1 over the TALLGEESE 2. TALLGEESE 2 is way cooler in my opinion though. So there it is guys. Stay tuned for the TALLGEESE 3 review and for other figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.